This morning.
I'll speak.
Please,
Mr.
Belenski.
I want to comment on what Tom said and what Joe said. This is about the time we do the capitalized asset inventory. I think it's March 1st every year. We had, 49 items missing from the sheriff's office. We had an in-focus projector worth a couple $1,000s missing. I'm just wondering why we never hear you guys talk about that stuff in a public meeting. Did you do any kind of investigation to find out what happened to that equipment? Did you discuss it? Did you figure out how you're going to tighten your controls to make sure that stuff doesn't continue to disappear? You knew it disappeared because you approved the last inventory. So there was never a public hearing to dispose of that property. It just disappeared, and we just seem to be moving on and not doing anything about it. So the stuff that gets stolen or lost around here, I think there needs to be an investigation as to exactly what happened to that stuff. I brought this up before, and Mr. Austin tells me to go out and talk to the sheriff about it, and I'm told it didn't happen on Mr. Hernandez's watch, but he's not in charge of the county property by statute. You guys are in charge of the county property. You're the keepers of that, so it seems like you're violating your fiduciary duty to protect that stuff from being lost or stolen. I think if something happens with that stuff, there needs to be some discussion so the public can figure out what you're doing about it. I don't think just allowing it to disappear. I mean, we're not talking about an iPad laying on a table somewhere and somebody walked off with it. We're talking about, you know, a boat, a motor. You know, you go out to the sheriff's office, you got chain link fence with razor wire on top, you got bulletproof glass with security doors. I don't think some meth guy walked in there and took that stuff. To me, it looks like it's coming from the inside. So exactly who's doing it and what you're going to do to stop that, I think the public needs to know. Doing nothing, you guys do that a lot. You just ignore what's in front of you and just keep moving. Is Commissioner Johnson sleeping, or is he still awake? It looks like he's sleeping. Okay. Wherever that stuff went, I think there needs to be investigation. State Patrol, somebody needs to come in and figure out where that went, because I think that's the right thing to do. You don't just allow stuff like that to disappear.
Thank you, Mr. Belenski. Anyone else like to public comment this morning? We have room for one more person. Closing public comment.